obviously the question is, what is the more we learn, and does that change the calculation for people? But it's hard for me because of my interest. I just love, as I've said several times, I just love confirmation politics. I think it's so interesting. It's hard for me to think about anything else about the incoming Trump administration. And as a consumer of all the political media, that's going to, I know it's already happening. It's going to take up a lot of the bandwidth of the press's coverage and of our conversations here. And again, I have no idea how it's going to end. Although I'll circle back to my beginning. I'm doing the weave here, by the way. Mm. Although I'm pretty good, as I say, at covering Trump as an outsider playing by different rules, some good, some bad, and Trump violating rules that we really should all be thinking about. I find this really complicated to understand. The fact that after yesterday's reaction to Gates, he went forward with RFK. No, no normal president-elect would do that. Someone, the chief of staff designate, or someone would say to the president-elect, "You've already got a lot of planes stacked up over LaGuardia. Don't bring another plane in that needs to land. It's too much." But he did. And in a normal transition, the nomination of Bobby Kennedy to head HHS, enormously controversial on multiple levels, would be like the biggest thing. And it would raise questions about the judgment of the operation. That's not what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with at least five just almost unfathomable choices for the normal rules. No one should accuse me of saying he's not entitled to his people in general. No one should accuse me of saying I'm for the deep state and I'm for no shakeup of the status quo, because tens of millions of Americans share Donald Trump's belief about these departments and what needs to be done. But these are five people whose qualifications for these significant jobs, whether it's ideological or managerial or biographical, are deeply in question by any rational standard. And it now falls to one half of one third, a co-equal branch, to John Thune and his 52 colleagues to decide what they want to do about this. There's the prerogatives of the Senate to not be rolled by the executive branch. There's individual senators' views about the fitness of these five and others to serve in these jobs. But there's also the reality that it's an incoming Republican president who won the popular vote. You hear Democrats already saying, and some people in the media, Trump is forfeiting his mandate. He's forfeiting his political capital. He's dooming this term in the first 100 days and any legislative progress by asking the senators to devote time to deciding up or down. I continue to weigh in, despite the tone of some of this. I continue to weigh or put my finger on the side of I think it's more likely all five will be confirmed than most people do. And again, I'll talk to senators or senators' aides, and they'll say, well, these three will get through, but these two won't. But it's not always the same two. The focus will be on and is on Gates and Kennedy. But do not underestimate the potential of the other three to be really problematic. Don't get caught up in the politics of the Democrats, but do listen to the substance. Gates will have opposition research dumped on him from both sides, but you're going to see a lot of research from the Democrats on the others. And it's going to be fascinating to see how some of the Republican senators, including Mitch McConnell, adjudicate these folks.